Hello again. Thank you so much for joining us. This conversation we are having it with the Lord Mayor of Kampala, Erias Lukwago Salongo. And not only that, he happens to be the president of the Katonga faction of the FDC. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you. Very good. Good evening, viewers.
It's such an honor. Now, I want to ask, are we using the right word to call you the Katonga faction as media? Are we using the right tone and language for you?
We take exception to that. It's derogatory because we got the mandate from the members, the bona fide members of the party, at a duly convened delegates conference that sat at Katonga on the 19th of September. And the resolutions that were taken are binding, they are valid, they have never been challenged or set aside by any court decision. So for intents and purposes, you are denigrating me when you address me as a factional head. Yeah, I'm not. I'm the head of the FDC party.
Okay.
Yes, with a mandate from the people, the members, the bona fide members, at least for a period of 6 months.
That brings us to a very great conversation. We understand there's been rumors in the corridors of power that you failed to reconcile you and your other brothers on Entebbe Road. Have you really failed to meet at least one point where you can agree? Is it irreconcilable that you cannot deal together?
Well, in life, there are moments where you come to terms with the reality, where there are irreconcilable differences. You can't force things to take a particular course when the reality is dictating something different. Of course, we have a mission, we have a vision, and we can't compromise that vision on that mission, definitely. And our colleagues would want us to at least wink an eye and say, okay, let's close our eye to this and then move on. That cannot happen, you see. So if you get somebody digressing from that particular position, you just say to them, please, have your way, I go mine.
And what is the way you're taking?
The way we are taking is to deliver the country to the promised land, to have a functional state.
And what vehicle are you using to do that?
The vehicle we are using may not matter so much. Yes. It may not matter so much as long as you remain focused on that goal you want to achieve.
Does that confirm that you're still the FDC party?
Yes, we are the FDC, and we have been today actually. We are making a report to the members of the National Council on the way we have executed the mandate that was entrusted to us at that delegates conference. I've said we are taking stock of the journey so far we have traveled, giving accountability to the members, and presenting to them the available options. Actually, we presented the 5 possibilities, what I call the permutations, on how we navigate the environment, the political terrain we are in right now, whether to continue fighting for the FDC or have a totally different formation, like you people are interested in vehicles. If we can have a new brand, we can have a totally new brand, a new vehicle, or we can even agree to have a social movement and abandon anything to do with the political party, because we are not operating within normal multi-party democratic dispensation.
And that's what brings me to this, Lord Mayor. Don't you think with all this bickering and the intrigue and the change of different vehicles you're using to deliver the country to the promised land, don't you think you're giving the NRM a clean slate to win the next election? Because you have barely 2 years to the next election.
Which NRM are you talking about? It's the first with a similar crisis. Actually, theirs is even worse. Because yes, because of course theirs is an empire. The party is already hijacked. It's been taken over by the Museveni family. It's now a dynasty of sorts. So basically theirs is worse actually
than yours,
than what we are experiencing, what we are going through. So you cannot tell me that we are, whatever we are doing is paving way for NRM. No, maybe you can say it may give leverage to the dynasty. But that again has got its own shortfalls, because you can build an empire. And once that empire crumbles, you are you have no hero in that situation. So if this house is on fire, if this country collapses and it becomes another Somalia, it becomes another Sudan. Do you know what is happening in Khartoum there right now?
Terrible.
It's terrible. So this is what we are talking about, that we want to have a functional system, a functional state structure. We want to have a country that works for everybody. And it's the reason we are struggling to build institutions. And Mr. Museveni has hijacked the sovereignty of the people, has turned himself into a sovereign authority, and turned everybody into, he has subjugated everybody to become his own servants. And that's what we are fighting right now.
And you're going to fight it using a different vehicle, like you said, or a coalition, whatever it's going to be like. What does the future look like?
No, we have presented this to the members.
To the members.
Yes, to decide which option.
And what timeline do they have? Is it in a month, in 2 months?
We have said 2 months. After, we have extended the delegates, we have shifted the delegates conference. Originally, it had been scheduled for 19th of March. So now we have pushed it again further for another 2 months, within which to have this conversation amongst the members, generate a consensus, and take a unified direction.
Where does project for us what the future looks like with the team you're leading politically?
The team I'm leading, or the country at large? Because right now,
give me the country at large.
The country at large, for all intents and purposes, you can see what is happening. A real crisis. You see, you have a country where the sovereign authority right now resides in one person who determines everything. So the future of the country is anchored on one person, is resting on the strength or weaknesses of one person. So you have the sovereign authority now residing in the person of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And should he drop dead, his son is warming up as a heir apparent. What is the future of that country, honestly speaking? Today you can't tell what's going to happen tomorrow. You get it? You cannot tell. I'm sure even Museveni doesn't know. And that's why his son is taking a gamble, that he's trying to play his cards and see, make himself relevant and see, position himself. Should anything happen to the father, that is ready to take on the mantle. And that is dangerous for any given country.
I totally hear you in that.
So.
Lord Mayor, thank you so much for serving time and talk to us tonight. What are your parting shots to those who believe in the FDC ideology?
Well, to the FDC's, to the FDC family, we are making a call to you. Please embrace the proposals we have presented to you, reflect on them critically, and take the appropriate decision. But the guiding principle is focus on the liberation struggle. And also, we need to galvanize all our efforts across the party divide. Don't hedge yourself into the cocoon and think that everything begins with FDC and it ends there. It's the reason we came up with the idea of United Forces of Change, to reach out to other colleagues, join hands, and see how we can liberate our country.
Thank you so much. That is Lord Mayor Erias Lukwago.